After 60 years old, these life stories are much more valuable in making your senior life better. As we journey through life, we encounter numerous challenges and storms that test our resilience and strength. While it's natural to seek help from others during these times, true wisdom lies in learning to rely on ourselves. The stories we remember and share carry timeless lessons about self-reliance, inner strength, and finding solutions within ourselves. One such story is about a person seeking shelter from the rain and the guidance they receive from Guanyin, the bodhisattva of compassion. This tale, rich with profound insights, teaches us that the key to overcoming difficulties lies not in external aid, but in our own abilities and resourcefulness. Let's delve into this story and uncover the valuable lesson it holds. In the storms and challenges of life, only self-reliance leads to true liberation. The story involves a young man seeking validation about his worth from a Taoist master. The young man is confused by the differing opinions others have of him, some calling him a genius, and others an idiot. The master redirects the question back to the young man, asking how he sees himself. When the young man is puzzled, the master uses an analogy to explain his point. A pound of rice can be perceived differently based on who is looking at it. To a baker, it might be seen as a potential pancake. To a brewer, it could be seen as future wine. And to a beggar, it represents a meal. Despite these varied perspectives, the rice itself remains unchanged. The essence of the rice does not change based on how others perceive it. The master's lesson is clear. Self-perception is crucial. How we see ourselves defines our essence more than how others view us. The opinions of others are shaped by their perspectives and biases, but our true nature remains consistent regardless of external views. Just as the young man in the story learns to focus on his own perception rather than others' opinions, the elderly can also benefit from understanding that their value does not diminish based on society's views. They should recognize their intrinsic worth and experiences as valuable. Just as a pound of rice is seen differently by various people, the elderly may be viewed differently by different people in their lives. Family members, caregivers, and society at large may have varied perceptions of their abilities and worth. The elderly need to understand that these perceptions do not define their true essence. The story can remind the elderly that their experiences and wisdom are their rice. How they choose to use and perceive their experiences can shape their self-identity. They have the power to see themselves as valuable sources of wisdom and guidance. Emphasizing self-perception can lead to inner peace and acceptance. For the elderly, accepting themselves as they are, rather than seeking external validation, can bring a sense of tranquility and fulfillment in their later years. The importance of being resilient and adaptable. The elderly can take this lesson to heart by adapting to the changes in their lives with grace and maintaining their self-worth despite external changes or challenges. So there was this Zen master who saw a scorpion struggling in the water. He wanted to help it out, but as soon as he reached for it, the scorpion stung him. Ouch! But the master didn't give up. He tried again and got stung again. A bystander, seeing this, was puzzled and asked, "Why on earth are you trying to save that thing when it keeps hurting you?" The master responded, "Well, stinging is what scorpions do. It's in their nature, but kindness is in my nature. Should I stop being kind just because it stings me?" The lesson here is that we shouldn't let external circumstances change who we are at our core. If we let others' bad behavior turn us bad, then we're no different from them. Just like the Zen master didn't stop being kind because of the scorpion, you shouldn't change your good nature because of others' actions. If you've always been generous, caring, or loving, keep being that way, regardless of how others might behave. As we age, it's important to remain consistent with our values and principles. Life might throw us some curveballs, but sticking to what we believe in helps us maintain our identity and inner peace. The master showed a lot of patience and understanding. Similarly, seniors have a wealth of experience and wisdom. Use that wisdom to approach situations with calmness and grace, even when others might not act kindly. Nelson Mandela spent 27 long years in prison, enduring a lot of hardship and suffering. But when he became president of South Africa, he did something incredible. He invited 3 of the guards who had mistreated him to his inauguration. When Mandela greeted them with respect, it shocked everyone. He said, "When I walked out of the prison, I knew if I didn't leave my pain and resentment behind, I would still be in prison." In other words, Mandela realized that holding on to anger and bitterness would keep him trapped, even if he was physically free. By letting go of those negative feelings, he could truly move forward and embrace his new life. Just like Mandela, it's important to let go of past hurts. Holding on to grudges can weigh you down. By releasing them, you can find more peace and happiness in your golden years. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting or excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself. When you forgive, you open up space for more positive experiences and relationships. Mandela's story reminds us to focus on the here and now. Dwelling on past pains can prevent you from enjoying the present and looking forward to the future. Physical freedom is one thing, but inner freedom is another. By letting go of resentment, you can achieve a sense of inner peace and liberation, no matter your circumstances. Just as Mandela inspired the world, your actions can inspire those around you. Showing kindness and forgiveness, even when it's hard, sets a powerful example for family and friends. Letting go of negative emotions can make room for joy and a renewed sense of purpose. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying the small moments, there's so much to look forward to. Gong Sun Yi was a chancellor in the state of Lu during the Warring States period, and he loved eating fresh turtle. However, even though many people brought him turtles, he refused to accept them. His brother was curious and asked, "You love turtles so much, so why aren't you accepting these gifts?" Gong Sun Yi explained, "Because I love turtles, I can't accept them. Eating a few turtles isn't a big deal, but if I keep accepting these gifts, people might start thinking I'm accepting bribes. This could ruin my reputation and cost me my position as chancellor. If that happens, I won't be able to enjoy turtles at all in the long run." So, Gong Sun Yi chose to avoid short-term gains to ensure his long-term happiness and integrity. Just like Gong Sun Yi, it's wise to think about the long-term effects of our actions. Sometimes, avoiding small, immediate pleasures can lead to greater joy and stability down the road. Staying true to your values is important at any age. By sticking to your principles, you protect your reputation and self-respect. Integrity is something that others will always admire, no matter how old you are. Gong Sun Yi loved turtles, but he loved his integrity and position more. It's about knowing what's truly important in life and prioritizing that over fleeting pleasures. Your actions can set a powerful example for those around you, including younger generations. Showing that you value integrity over short-term gains teaches a valuable lesson in character and wisdom. Just because you're choosing not to indulge in something now doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It's about finding a balance and making choices that ensure you can keep enjoying the things you love in the long run. Staying true to yourself and your values ensures that you can look back on your life with pride. This brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace in your later years. In a group of PhD students, someone asked an interesting question. If a drop of water falls from a great height, would it injure or kill a person? This sparked a flurry of excitement and debate. The group spent an hour doing various calculations and discussing the physics behind it. Then, someone who accidentally joined the group asked, "Have you never been in the rain?" This simple question highlighted the obvious. People get rained on all the time, and it's never fatal. It reminded everyone that sometimes we can get so caught up in complicated thinking that we overlook the simplest, most direct answers. Just like the person who pointed out the obvious about rain, your life experience holds a lot of wisdom. You've seen and done a lot, and sometimes the simplest answer is the best one. Trust your instincts and the knowledge you've gained over the years. Life can get complicated, but it doesn't always have to be. When faced with a problem, try to find a straightforward solution. Often, the simplest approach is the most effective. It's easy to get lost in details and overcomplicate things. Whether it's making a decision or solving a problem, remember to step back and see if there's an easier way to handle it. Sometimes, common sense can be more valuable than all the calculations and theories in the world. Your practical knowledge and intuition are powerful tools. Just like the PhD group needed a fresh perspective, it's important to stay open to new ideas and viewpoints. Listening to others, especially those with different experiences, can provide clarity and simple solutions. Sometimes, the joy in life comes from appreciating the simple, everyday moments. Whether it's a walk in the rain, a chat with a friend, or a quiet cup of tea, savor the simplicity. So next time you find yourself or others overthinking something, remember the rain. Sometimes, the answer is right in front of you, and it's as simple as stepping outside and feeling the drops on your skin. Your wisdom and experience are invaluable, and they often provide the clearest path forward. A gold mining team was trudging through the desert, and everyone was struggling with their heavy loads, feeling tired and in pain, except for one person who was cheerful and seemed to be having an easier time. When the others asked him why, he simply replied, "Because I carried the least." The message here is clear. Sometimes, happiness comes from having less. When you're not weighed down by too much baggage, whether it's physical stuff or emotional burdens, life becomes a lot lighter and more enjoyable. Having less can make your life easier and happier. This could mean decluttering your home or letting go of unnecessary worries and stresses. As we get older, it's a great time to focus on the things that truly matter: family, friends, health, and hobbies. Let go of things that don't bring joy or value to your life. It's not just about physical belongings. Holding on to grudges, regrets, or unnecessary worries can weigh you down. Try to let go of these emotional burdens to feel lighter and happier. The less you carry from the past or worry about the future, the more you can enjoy the present moment. Spend time doing things you love and with people who make you happy. You've gathered a lot of experience over the years. Share your insights with others, especially younger generations. Teach them the value of simplicity and the joy it can bring. Happiness often comes from simple things: a walk in the park, a good book, a cup of tea, or a chat with a friend. Appreciate these small moments and the peace they bring. So, like the miner who carried the least, aim to lighten your load. By simplifying your life and focusing on what truly matters, you can find more happiness and ease in your everyday life. Enjoy the simple pleasures and embrace the joy that comes with having less. There was a sturdy lock hanging on a large gate. An iron rod tried with all its might to open it, but couldn't. Then a small key came along, slipped into the keyhole, and with a gentle turn, the lock clicked open. The iron rod was surprised and asked, "Why couldn't I open it despite my efforts, but you did it so easily?" The key replied, "Because I understand its heart." The story is a beautiful metaphor for human connections. No matter how strong or forceful you are, you can't force your way into someone's heart. But with care, understanding, and a gentle approach, you can unlock the deepest parts of a person. So remember the story of the lock and the key. Approach your relationships with gentleness, understanding, and patience. These qualities can help you build deeper connections and open hearts, making your interactions richer and more meaningful. Enjoy the beautiful moments that come with truly connecting with others. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. We hope this information resonated with you. If you're new here, consider subscribing to daily content. Let's keep learning and growing together, supporting each other on our journey to a healthy and fulfilling life. Until next time.